What is up, guys? It's the Nightwing and Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today. So he wanted to stay up to watch the Sunni game, and I assume we'll be going to sleep after this one because he wants to watch the TSM versus LGD game. So yeah, Sunni played really well against Team Liquid. They had a really close game against G2. So since G2 just lost to Team Liquid, they are pretty poised to actually tie G2 so far. So if they win this game, Suning are tied with G2. That'd be pretty cool. Could Machi pull off the upset against Suning?
I'm gonna actually think this is gonna be a completely one-sided stop in Suning's favor. Because, no. I mean, it's really obvious their kind of playstyle. It's really getting a lot more blatant how they're playing the game, and I don't think it's gonna continually succeed in this type of meta. Like if you look at hold up, there we go. I should turn it up a little bit more. I was just fixing the volume. Sorry. If you look at like the way they play, they're gonna play kind of a centralized comp where Gemini is actually getting ganks in the early game. He's gonna look for either skirmishes or gank in mid. They're gonna translate that with their new lead on the mid laner to try and translate both the jungler and the mid laner rolling into a side lane. I think that they're gonna pick a comp specifically that's early designed to be able to pick on Gemini early game. They're gonna pick something that's strong either in the jungle and either the mid or top, and they're going to try and use these two people to be able to disrupt what Gemini's going to be doing. Because as it stands right now, Gemini is the leading focal, like the centralized point of this team. He is really their driving force in the early game, and when they get a lead, they don't hold on to it as well. But if they don't get a lead, which we haven't seen yet in the early game, we're going to have to see how they deal with that, because I don't know what this team looks like behind in the early game. Like, I don't think they're going to look good. I think their ability to snowball is pretty decent to some extent, but again, they don't translate. The only team they really closed well out against was Team Liquid. I expect this to be a one-sided stomp.
Well, for me, their game against Team Liquid was just Mission and Gemini just consistently picking on Jensen. Like, Mission was consistently taking away Brox's Raptor camps just so he could get ahead in experience, just so he could have Brox behind. Like, I don't think Suning will be like affected by that little cheesy strategy that Mission and Gemini are going to be doing. I just don't think it's going to work. Now, for the first rotation, you have Orin, Graves, and Renekton banned, Machi banned, Lucian, Camille, and TF away. Obviously, you don't want Angel having Lucian.
Syndra. You don't want him having Syndra. I don't know this. I
don't understand. Wait. I don't know if he's going to be that deadly on Syndra.
He's extremely good on Syndra. He's extremely good on
you're
Lucian.
right.
He's just a good player. He's good on Zoe, but that seems to have fallen out of the meta completely. He's just a good player in general. Like
yesterday, fucking Yao Zoe was actually
that's his best character, I think. Like again, it seemed like another thing. A lot of the not completely top tier mid laners, but like the right below top tier mid laners like Yagao and Angel and all of them, 100% are monsters on Zoe, and that seems to be something they can even compete with Knight on when they get it. I'm gonna say right now, let's see.
Sofm has Nidalee. Ooh, that might be. I don't know.
I'm gonna say right now.
Depending on Machi's jungler, I don't know. I'll have to see who they pick in the jungle.
Let's see.
Because
are they gonna ban Lee Sin right here?
They might ban Graves. No, but they already did.
They already did.
They might be banning Yeah, you're right. They're probably gonna ban Lee Sin.
They picked a Syndra that I think that Mission's been succeeding on a lot. They banned Akali, which again, another thing. Like they're really just trying to target. Like at this point in time, they might do another mid lane ban, but I think that they're probably. I don't know if they need to target the jungle with a ban. Like it doesn't seem like it's something that I've been really. Like I think that again it's gank and pressure in the early game, but I think that they've really handled that with the Nidalee pick. Yeah, they're gonna ban. Cast it in so they don't have late game insurance, because again this team already is outscaling them in the early game. Like they're 100% going in on late game scaling now as a year. Like they have no pressure in the early game.
They realize they can't win early game against them. This is literally something they probably did in scrims. They're like, okay, we know we can't win early game against them. They're too good at it. Let's just take late game.
They're not going to be able to take late game again. I feel like they're not like I think Sofm again. If they get to the late game. Let's see what the last picks are before I 100% scale in on this, because it does look like as Suning is going for a peel back poke kind of comp with the ability to engage. Like if they get the priority engages before the other team can actually respond, at a CC lock with both Jax and Syndra can actually handle taking over a team fight even in the late game. Plus, they have the ability with Nidalee, Bard, and with the again, Bard's Meeps is able to slow. You got the heal, and you have the ability to the mobility along with the Q from Nidalee to be able to like peel back and poke, and obviously
Ash? That sounds wrong.
Huang Fong has the Ezreal. I mean, all around, I think that I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is too centralized around the early game. They have a Gemini is playing Volibear, which actually has, again, almost no pressure in the jungle in comparison. Again, he has the ability to gank with this point and click stun. He has the slow on his
the point and click stun. That's his Q, right?
I'm trying to remember. Like, again, I haven't played Volibear since the rework.
I played him like 3 times.
But
it's actually.
Around, for me. I mean, yeah, but again, I think all around, I think the big thing I have a problem with right now is the fact that they have no answer to the like if they decide to be aggressive in the early game, there's really nothing that Machi Esports can do right here.
Shooting skirmishes is gonna be insane. Like shooting skirmishing is gonna be like don't even fight them. I wouldn't even attempt it. They do not win skirmishes. The skirmishes are terrible.
Who?
I don't see a world where. Like, Machi can test a lot early on. They're going to have to wait for team fights, or you get a pick at some point.
They're going to 100%, if they get into a multi-man team fight, I think they're fine, because, again, they don't really, really all they have, if Machi Esports engages first, they are relegated to peeling back, again. I think for the most part, it's obvious that, he's getting dumpstered now. Again, he's not. Like,
oh no, mission. Oh no! He's getting. Oh, that's not good. That's a better trade for Angel.
Shen has such a good early game. Like his level 1 to 2 are actually incredible. I think a lot of people misunderstand that. But
Jack's gonna win against him late game. All Shen will have. Shen will have immediate team fight.
He's good in the early game, and he's able to TP around the map to make things happen. I expect this. Again, we're gonna see probably an early game scuttle fight right here. I think Sofm's gonna go for that. I don't know how much it's gonna matter. I think. Let's see. He's going to get this. He's probably going to get the oh, he got spotted out. I don't know if he's going to contest it now. He's probably going to rotate around the bot side of the map since he saw, or he's going to go for a top lane gank.
All right, so Bruce knows, and he's alerted the team that Sofm is on top side.
He's going for a top side gank. Sofm's not going to be able to make it in time.
Oh, Ben's going to be... Oh, Ben, you're probably dead. Yeah, Ben's dead.
That was... Yeah, I mean, the big thing about this is you had no idea where he was at. Sofm's going to contest these what's it called right now? He's a really good jungler again, so I think this is going to be really kind
Gemini has been really effectively doing these level 3 topside dives or topside ganks.
He's going to get picked up by the LPL. He's looking incredible this entire Worlds. Even if he plays poorly the rest of the what's it called? The group.
He's already solidified himself.
I still think he's solidified himself as a pretty world caliber player. Like
he's been playing great. These level 3 ganks I've been seeing out of him, I've been great. He's been playing really well.
He took in consideration where he saw Nidalee on the map, saw the HP, and saw that he was doing Gromp, and saw that he couldn't react to that, so he immediately went for a gank. Sofm's going to get both the scuttles, but a successful gank obviously is worth more than the end. He's going to be slightly down in gold and power, not even power because he got a kill, but he's going to be he's also going to be down in CS. I don't think I should say gold.
It was crazy. What if Machi actually upset Suning?
Again, that amounts to something, but like ganks on the top side always happen in China. It's not really unexpected. He's gonna go for another one. It seems like they're gonna be playing around the top side a lot.
Ben, Zoom 369 always play this far up. They know they do not respect jungler pressure whatsoever.
That was a very bad gank right there. I mean, I think that he should have waited. He should have let.
He wasn't gonna land it anyway. Like I don't think it was gonna work no matter what.
Suning, I mean, an unsuccessful gank up there.
In that position, you always gotta factor in, like you're playing that far forward, and he's been getting beat the whole time, so he knows at some point he's gonna have to obviously attract Gemini up there. It was just the way that PK was like, lining up, like he was being randomly aggressive, even though he's been losing the whole time.
PK's been winning the entire time, dude. PK's literally in a better position right now because Shen just completely wins the lane starting at level 2 to 3, and he wins until Jax gets an item or two.
Oh my God! Oh, bye, Ben. Bye. Dead.
Yeah, I mean, he is dead. I'm not sure this is going to do much for them. I mean, I do think this is a big problem for...
and then now PK is going to be 2 turret plates, right? You should get roughly 2 turret plates?
Jax has no TP, and but I think that his demolish is down. We'll see.
Oh,
He'll probably get the second turret plate.
oh
The
my
minions do a
God,
lot of damage.
Ben.
Um,
That's what I try to tell. Like earlier on today during the stream, I was trying to say that Zoom 369 and they have not been impressing me so far.
They have been impressing me. Like again, this is how China works. They get ganked to the top side, but it relatively doesn't matter because they're inherently better than the rest of their competition.
I mean,
we're gonna see if Jax can actually do any. Like Jax is gonna take over the game. I think starting at 2 items.
They're gonna have to send help to him, or he can't do anything right now. Sofm is trying to take the enemies. Raptor, he always does this. He always.
I'm just. Yep. I mean, Mission's not getting the ganks.
Yes.
The problem is they're actually switching up. They're switching up their playstyle. Well, it wasn't.
That was so good.
All I'm saying is they're switching up their playstyle right now from actually the type of kind of way they were playing the game before. But honestly, I don't think it really actually it's kind of bad because again they were doing the mid-sector ganks into a rotation around the side lanes, but now they're doing top ganks specifically to dumpster bin. But again, I think this is something that happens to bin a lot in the LPL, so it's not something surprising to them. I still think he succeeds regardless of whether or not he gets the ganks or not. This is actually he's getting all the kills, so Jax is actually he's getting put into deficit, but not by much. He's not down by much CS, but without the ganks, Mission is actually struggling a lot in these mid lane matchups. He's not an incredibly good laner. He is really good at rotating around a map with the jungler. So I think this transition from playstyles is kind of again, it shows versatility, but how much is it going to matter? There is a deficit in the mid lane by quite a large margin now.
Look how far ahead Sofm is of Gemini.
He's actually only in CS, and the kills make up the deficit. Almost.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know exactly.
Oh, no. I don't know if you want that trade.
He is going to be fine. He still has Counter-Strike. If PK goes in, he knows that he's probably going to end up losing the trade. But again, with the additional minions, it was kind of...
He's going to wait till Flash taunt? No.
He will not kill him. No. He would end up... If you flashed in, he would die. He doesn't have flash yet, but he knows 100%. If you...
They haven't been playing that very well in this game so far.
Who?
Suning.
Haven't been playing what?
They haven't been playing very well this game so far.
Again, I told you, Suning is looking... I actually don't know what SSM is waiting for specifically. It looks like he's just trying to garner up a lot of gold from getting a lot of counter ganks off. Because if you don't counter gank as... what's it called? Not only does he get the kill gold, he's about to ult him. Yep. Like, he does... Not only do you get the kill gold, but you also get the camp gold because you don't lose any camps. You're forced to kind of have to like respond and steal camps from him. Sofm is up in gold. He's not getting too much done right now is the big problem though, so I'm kind of disappointed in that. He's really usually a lot more proactive than this. He hasn't got a Rift Herald. He's like I think Ben needs to start playing a little less aggro. Even though I think he can still win these trades, I think he needs to understand that he shouldn't be trying to because there's no reason to take it take that chance. Ben is he spotted out in a word.
Like he's down quite a bit. He should be losing trades consistently for a while.
Well, that's just even if he wasn't getting killed, he would still be losing trades because that's how Shen works. But he's not going to attempt to stop because he's going to think he can out trade. That is very disappointing.
Oh, I don't know if you want to.
But they can't kill him.
That was a nice dodge though.
I mean, it wasn't going to kill him. He was going to do that. He would have died if he went in. It was just to poke him even more.
I don't know. I think the point of it was to like either chunk him down enough to force him to recall or kill him. But he's just sidestepping.
I mean, he's already it was pretty much just to force him to have to be low because he was going to stay in lane regardless. It's forcing him to be low while in the lane with a Syndra who all she has to do is Q and ult him now.
So essentially, right now, both teams are playing with 4v4. I don't think Mission's not in the game right now. He's still decently not going to be relevant for a while, and the same thing goes for Ben.
I'm kind of thrown off by how SFM's playing this right now. Usually he's more proactive around the map and trying to get dragons, but again,
I mean, how can he attack the map right now? Like, what do you want him to do?
I mean, he's not doing anything. I'm confused. He usually is a lot more proactive in getting dragons.
Maybe Broxa exposed him for all his weaknesses yesterday.
No, that was.
They're diving.
Yes.
That was He already flashed. Oh, Huafeng's dead.
Wait, you need to click on live, man. Make sure it's live on your side.
Oh, it's live.
You're a little bit farther behind.
Oh, the double kill for the Jax. That was crazy, man. Like, Oh, they're right back in it. Like, damn, dude.
No, it was a poor attempt at a trade because you know that Bard actually has his ultimate. He can delay it for a little bit. The heal on it just actually made him take an extra tower shot to 2 because he healed to where Smite didn't kill him, so he had to go back in on that, which was actually really good. Bard played that extremely well. Huang Fong, played that enough. He survived for a little bit longer than he should have. Oh, I think Sofm is looking for a marginal gap in the CS at this point in time. He keeps counteractively in like CSing them, stealing his gold. And again, it's really useful, but he's forced to do this purely because if he didn't steal the camps, he would be really far behind. He would essentially be giving Gemini gigantically massive lurk. Watch this, right when he smites, he heals him through it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that I'm really impressed like with how they played that one. That was a really good heal on top of from Sword Art. It's not like super hard to do, but it was just mindful. He really kept that like he really.
I like that that Cinder stun that Angel did over the wall. So I knew they carefully set up the way where they gave the kills to Bin because they want him to get back into the game. And with those 2 kills, he'll have Borg, so he'll be right back into it. That's crazy. Like people were probably in the who were watching the game probably feel like, oh yeah, Bin should have been a huge deficit towards Sunni, but it doesn't matter. Chinese teams don't really let the deficit like bleed over like the other Western teams would have. Like if this was a team in like if this was a game in like the LCS, that top lane dive would have ruined the whole game.
But this is gonna be a 3v5 right now. I think if they try and dive this, because again, like it looks like Syndra still has TP, so she's gonna be able to get there. I don't think they're gonna dive it because they keep that in mind. They're probably gonna go. See this Rift Herald probably use it top either right now, and they're gonna he's gonna go through the tri-bush over there. Syndra's gonna have to TP, so I think that's gonna eventually. No, they're back in. Top side.
SOFM's impact in this game specifically has just not been that good overall. He's made some stuff happen.
When your top side loses, you're forced. If you don't, just think about this right now. If you didn't steal the camps for them, they're not only going to get the kill, but they're going to get their camps too. You're forced to steal the camps because if you don't do that, they get too much gold. I understand why he's doing it. It's just frustrating because he's not being able to play his own playstyle, which means.
And you already have Angel winning the map, so going mid is not going to really do much. Like Angel's already winning. But the only other place to gank would be the bot lane. And they're not doing that bad either. Huanfeng is down about 20 CS, but he could easily get that from going up to topside, which he's already doing right now. I don't know. I thought Sunny would come out swinging hard like they did against G2 and Team Liquid. I thought I was coming into this looking at a different team, but I'm just sitting here thinking there's some weaknesses that hopefully Team Liquid and G2 could exploit. Well, G2 already won against them, so
I think the reason they're able to do this is because
die by SOFM though. That's their team always. They live and die by SOFM. So if he's behind or not doing much, they're not really going to actually shine early on. Ben is gonna win, right?
Why are you losing this?
Oh shit! Oh, he's gonna live though because of Flash. Oh,
that was so bad. He's actually gonna. Yo, Syndra's gonna get a kill here. Who's she gonna kill? Obviously, he dies. Syndra didn't look for him. Oh, she is looking for him now. No, she's not gonna get him. Unfortunate.
They blew a lot for Ben too. They blew a lot for him.
It was Shen Flash getting away. They blew TP and Flash from his ear. They got a lot of ults out. It's Ben is generating a lot of pressure. He's like a mini Shy at this point. He's generating a lot of pressure without actually being in advantage state. Shen was actually he wasn't up in gold, but he was moderately decent with the components he has, and I think the state of the game where it's at right now, Shen actually can do pretty decently. But he's forcing out the empowered auto attack in a weird position for him. He actually I think he counterstruck one of them. Ben is just a genuinely better player than PK. I think this is obvious at this point. He's winning a lot of the matchups, and specifically a matchup that loses early game. But again, the relevancy of this is kind of negated because they're going to be kind of forced into a situation where they 1-3-1 in the late game because they don't have the competent team fighting tools. Again, they can get a good decent engage off by Jax, and they're able to follow it up with Syndra, but that's really If they don't do that, they're relegated into peel back poke comps, and I don't think they're going to do as well in those. And now they're actually making more proactive moves to get dragons off. PK again.
But just ult him. Stun.
He's gonna ult. Yeah, he's gonna ult right after that. You
set it up.
Yeah.
You shot barrage. Oh, what the fuck? He whiffed that.
What?
What? I mean, he still got him, but
no, I think didn't he shield it? I thought it hit him.
That should have went to Huanfeng, but he like it hit him, but he didn't get the full amount of damage of it
because Shen shielded right then.
Yeah.
Oh, Bin's gonna kill him. Oh no, he's on a pink ward. I guess he's not gonna go for it.
He's still flash counter strike, right?
He has.
Flash?
Azir has no flash, but I guess
I would have just went for it. I would have just flash counter strike. He could have did anything.
I'm not better than Bin, so I'm not gonna question him. I think he could have won, but if he doesn't think he can win, I'm gonna believe him. Shen still does have ult and TB. They would keep that in mind. But again, Shen hasn't. Has Shen even used ult this game?
Shen is the same thing as Zillion. You got they completely change how you think about the team fights.
Yeah, Shen has not ulted this entire game, which is kind of weird to me. But then again, maybe he's just not having these situations where he could. I feel like he didn't ult in that dive earlier. I thought he was level 6. Maybe I'm misremembering it though.
It's kind of funny. Bin was 0-2 down, and then now he's literally about to even out the CS.
He got over the kills freely on the dive in bot lane because they missed it. And that kind of negated all the lead that Shen had. Shen still wins out inherently, but he had a finished item in comparison to Bin's non-finished item.
Oh my god. It's hard to really understand where Machi could really win the game until they get to late game. I like how they're making these early game proactive plays, even with the late game composition, because they don't want to have a truly huge deficit. But I'm not really too sure what Suning wants to do, because Suning does have a timer on their comp.
I want to point out it's obvious that they're scaling towards a later kind of scaling comp based purely off how they're building Ashe instead of just the usual stuff. They rush into an Essence Reaver into Runan, so they're going to go for 75 to 100% crit on her. So she's actually, when you build the proper items on her, one of the highest DPS dealing single target ADCs in the game because of her attack speed steroid on her Q. She's actually, it looks like they're building towards that. They're going straight into the late game. That's probably the reason why they ganked Bin instead of Mission this game, is because even though Mission's not great and he's really does expedite their ability to translate a lead, they were
Oh shit! Oh my god! Angels just assassinated that dude in one shot. Holy shit! Oh, I feel bad for Koala. Angels has been playing so well this game, but he is going to die. This man is going to be dead.
He got a kill. I think that who got the kill? It was
Volibear, right? Yeah.
I think it's better on him than it is on Volibear. Volibear is going to get tankier, but tankiness doesn't really amount to much besides
damage. Yeah.
He's gonna get he's building a dead man's plate. He's rushing into that.
This has to be Sofm's least most impacted game.
It was off the back of stupid Bin being completely
worthless in the early game. Oh, he's dead.
No, he's he's fine.
Oh, mate. Okay, they sort of ult serve Herald, and they actually he's stealing. Oh. Koala follow. Why, Koala? Oh, you so lucky. You are so lucky that shit whiffed. You should not be alive.
Sofm played that really well. Again, I want to point out he's 2 levels up. So even down all these kills, he's actually able to outduel. Doesn't have to.
Oh, that was great. Wow.
He's so good. He's so good.
That was amazing. That was some mechanics right there.
100%. Sofm is still one of my favorite players of all time. I've been obsessed with this guy he's just so good, dude.
Why can't you look at me the same way you look at Sofm?
You don't play Nidalee that well.
How do you know that? I play on NA servers.
Don't keep doing that to me.
He cannot do those combos on NA servers. No way.
Yeah, you can. It wasn't a combo. It's just
you're moving like Sonic on this server right now that they're playing on.
I mean, it's a 0 ping based server, I believe.
Yeah, now imagine doing that on 60 ping.
Okay, I do it on 80.
Oh shit. Oh my god. He put that so well. So he literally doesn't die. Then he capitalized on by killing the jungler. So now they're in. No, it's weird though. How he didn't kill the jungler and now they're like
I
Machi
think,
get the.
without a doubt, he is the best jungler at Worlds so far.
I mean, Brox is the best jungler. They just won.
Broxton.
Oh shit. Broxton has to be the best jungler. Okay. So you have a team fight going.
And honestly,
what?
Gemini might be like close to the second battle. Okay, here we go.
Okay. They should be able to kill PK. Should be able to.
No, he should be able to get out.
That's okay. Suning literally
they're gonna get the push in mid. They got rifts, so they're gonna be able to get this in him. I mean, Nexus.
They were losing in the early game. That was a great ultimate. That was great. Okay.
I don't know.
But look, they're getting all these kills, but Machi, it doesn't matter though. Like Suning are winning everywhere around the map.
Suning is actually up because not only are they CSing better than them, they're winning in the mid lane pretty hard, and they're genuinely getting more turrets. Their comp is supposed to be ahead at this point in the game, but it seems like it's not because of the comp, it's because of the way they're playing, which is kind of shows the difference between the players, like the caliber. Like Machi's. It seems that Gemini's tankiness amounts to nothing because again, by the time he gets into these team fights, he's chunked by half. He can't duel Sofm, who didn't even have a kill at that point in time. He was down 2 levels. He's actually almost Flame Horizon by him right now, which is again,
oh yeah. More camps, he'll almost be Flame Horizon. That's just crazy.
Oh, they see him right now. He's probably gonna die.
Oh, he is. Oh yeah, I forgot he used his flash in the last dive. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he can't survive that. Could they take? They could take Baron.
They're gonna get Baron off that. That was a very.
That was bad on him. He should not have.
I think he didn't expect to get caught on an award right there. I don't think he saw.
I mean, he should be going for that though. He doesn't have
risky,
flash.
I mean, that's kind of the players that take the riskiest plays are usually the best ones when they pay off. If you don't take any risky plays, you'll never be better than the player who will. You just have to hope that they won't.
Okay, so saved it. And they get the stun on Bruce.
They have a lot of poke and peel back. They might be able to turn this. They're gonna be on top of him, but Ezreal is still alive. They're gonna
Angel!
They can't do Baron now, and actually they're gonna win this. Ezreal's gonna kill everybody here.
And SOFM will be up by the time it's all started again. And they just killed off Mission. All right, yeah, they're just the better team. Yeah, Machi is garbage. What the fuck did I just watch this game?
I want to give credit to Machi. They have a lot. They really did try to swap up the playstyle that they've been playing with, but. Again, it doesn't really amount to much when your comp is like again. They're trying to slow down the only late game scaling character they have besides Ezreal. They're trying to slow down the pace of which he can scale into the late game. But like again, Bin already is still useful because top laners require less resources to be able to deal damage. They have inherently stronger kits than mid laners, so keeping them out of the game doesn't matter as much.
This is crazy. Like this literally is. What happened to Top Esports just yesterday when we were watching? Like they were down in gold a little bit to Dragon X, but it didn't matter though. Like it didn't matter at all. They were down in kills and down in gold, but it didn't matter because Top were just playing better on the map. Just like Suning right now, like they were legitimately kind of losing the early game.
I mean, I think they've always been moderately up in gold because they just were winning lanes. They were
actually winning all their lanes. It was literally just Top.
The only lane that didn't win in the early game for them, which is like just purely character-wise, is bot lane. Bot lane, Ezreal, like Bard, 100% loses to Rakan, Ashe. There's nothing you can do about that. The gold really never significantly shifted out of their lead, as you can see from that. Like they were always moderately close on that. I mean, the biggest I got was 1482 of them. I mean, I expect Machi to not win another game in this Worlds.
My God.
I think Machi is probably. Like they've really like again they have a lot like.
So you're saying that they've showed all their cards?
No. I'm saying that they have a really good play style based off of a really good player. I think Gemini is one of the best junglers at Worlds right now. But
yeah,
I think that there's too low of caliber players on the rest of the team. It will like honestly they could take games against anybody still.
I don't think Qual is terrible.
I think the second best player is probably going to be Mission and then like.
Be Koala after that.
Bruce, but I think PK is really bad. I mean, they didn't even really get engages based off of the fact that it had a Shen pick, which is kind of weird to me. I don't think
Shen pick that pretty much won his lane.
I mean, even if they didn't win his lane, they didn't really base anything off of ults from Shen. Like, how many times did he ult this game?
I don't think I haven't really seen him. Like, his ults have been really not impactful.
I'm trying to remember when he ulted at all. I mean, I can't even remember.
And then you have Gemini, who is, like, up in kills, but he pretty much got Flamed Horizon by Sofm. Like, what the fuck? And then, now, Suning is 7,000 gold ahead. What is this? That's disgusting. No,
they're not
gonna matter.
I thought this Syndra was gonna follow. I thought he was gonna follow up with a spear there and be able to kill him. But he didn't want to commit to that. I see. Yeah, that was a really good. Like, let me see. Oh yeah, Volibear flashed for that. Yeah, they're losing a lot off that.
They lost everything. Just look at all the turrets. Like Suning really haven't. Suning
I'm gonna say right now, if we're gonna say anything, I think that a good pickup for Team Liquid would be Gemini. If we're gonna actually talk about that stuff. No, I'm serious. Like that would be.
I would talk to them though.
What?
I would have talked to them.
You don't need to talk to anybody. You just say kill and then go in on somebody. They'll play together. There's the ult that I was waiting for.
Dude, Suning haven't even fucking lost their mid tower. Yeah, this game's over. This is just disgusting. This is just like pure unfair.
Really like Gemini. Like I can't stress that enough. Even though he really didn't, he kind of lost in like the CS department. He really kept it up in the pressure department. He really is a gank centric jungler, and the reason they were able to really make it a difference and make Sofm worthwhile is because the rest of the lanes didn't really win. Like PK didn't do anything with his lead. He lost it, and like Angel just smashed lane.
Bruce and Koala called for Gemini for that bot lane dive, but it really didn't amount to anything. Nothing Machi did amounted to anything.
I really like I don't know what it is, but Vietnamese junglers are always insanely impressive to me. Like it seems like all of them have been like if you look at the one for the BC like the PSG in the group playing stage.
Buffalo?
No, PSG. Yeah, but PSG we had Levi. But like all of these Vietnamese junglers have been just insanely impressive to me. I think there is something about these guys. I don't know what it is. Like I don't know what they do in solo queue, but they have.
Also, you can tell people who are gonna watch this later on that I gifted him a Suning icon.
If you did.
Or emo. Yeah. I have to. Did you get the Suning icon?
I don't remember. I mean, I remember getting Suning something.
Okay, I'll gift you the icon later on.
Oh baby, I've been hard on for Sofm for years, man.
Then I'll gift you an emo for TSM.
Thank you so much for that. We have completed the Flame Horizon now. He's now 103 CS up. And that's again, CS in the jungle counts for more than one CS. I want to point that out, especially the top ones. But I mean, that's still impressive regardless. Like, I think that Gemini again, I don't want to take away from Gemini. He really did transition to lead, and he really tried to make things happen. With a competent team around him, he would have made something. He would have translated the lead into something more. But it doesn't matter because PK was still losing the trades. He never actually... I want to remember, what he TP bot and not ulted, right, for the Volibear? I think the misplay... The dive in bot lane was a bad choice on Volibear's point. The heal is actually... I'm going to point out right now, I think the W heal onto Ezreal actually saved this game specifically because it forced Volibear to go back in. He took 2 to 3 extra tower shots from it. He got killed instantaneously with no effort by Bin, which translated into, with the amount of time he saved having to kill him with the extra tower shots he took, he was able to transition that into another kill right off the bat. Like, I think that specific play actually saved this game.
I think Sword Art played a lot better this game than he did in the other two games.
He got caught out a few times, but if you saw the bot lane when he got caught out, he's trying to delay them so they can respond to the Rift Herald mid. Like, he's made a few mistakes, but I think it amounts to almost negligible because of how much he contributed. Like, I think Sword Art's been really good at this Worlds. Like, I think he's playing a lot better than he did at China specifically. Like,
I mean, he's impressed me a little bit. I even told people going into the event he'd be pretty good. Okay, yeah, no, it's not gonna work. This is disgusting. This is not fair.
No,
this is genuinely not fair. He's dead. He's gonna just let up the hard CC.
Yeah, Jack stopped his engage Jax actually stunned Shen bot side, so he couldn't ult in with him. Jax is gonna get bot. Yeah, no, he has no wave. Never mind.
They're gonna
get Baron. They're collapsing on bot side right now.
They're not gonna kill him. Maybe Ash Arrow. Oh, here use. Oh,
no, he didn't actually
maybe
use it.
Okay, this might get them back into the game.
No, he's actually gonna kill one of them.
This. Oh.
No, never mind. He dashed in, but he kept his Q back there, so he could not attack.
They're gonna kill the bot lane. They're gonna kill Gemini and Koala.
I didn't think that because Shen and Ash were separated. I didn't even keep into consideration that he had his little auto attack thing on Ash. That was really good for them. Yeah, that was so good. That was so, I didn't even notice. If you look back at it, he actually dashed in, but kept his thing on Ash, so if he jumped on Ash specifically, he could stop his auto attacks. That was impressive.
I understand. Yeah.
That was really good. I want to take a little bit criticism back because not many people could think about that before they went in because
in that moment too, because if he Bin gets that kill, they're gonna do Baron and then they win the game after that.
No, it's more so if Bin turned on Shen instead without his stuff being there, he would have killed him. Because without the enhanced damage and the shield that comes from it, he literally just dies in seconds. Because also he can't heal himself. He would have had to flash over to his own thing. He took into consideration that 100% Bin was going to go in on Ash instead, and that he knew that. Ash is...
Wait, Suning have to know that Mission is doing Dragon. Oh
my god, that was close. That was, again, I think Suning's really not pressing a lead right now. Again, they got a mid lane turret, but they're gonna look for Baron here. They're gonna try and clear out the vision, and they're gonna translate into Baron. Ezreal is just too strong right now at this point. He's almost full build, and he's one of the best scaling ADCs because he has so much self-build integrated into his kit, so he can always deal a pretty substantial amount of damage. This is really bad. It's really not great for Suning because their comp doesn't scale, but at the same time, it's not bad either for it's not great for Machi either because they have no answers in their comp for Ezreal.
I really think Machi is not going to win a single game after this.
I might take it back actually.
Oh wow!
See, the big thing about it is that. Oh, that was good.
I did. Oh no, Koala. Okay, he has a knockout. Oh yeah, they're fucking finished. Ezreal's untouched. Sofm is like a fucking monster. Triple kill. Look,
yeah,
Sofm getting the penta. It's over. Suning are too good. This team is too good. Oh, he flashed the LNG emote.
They did us justice, honestly. I was cheering for China. They got us revenge and beat Vietnam in the jungle for us because we couldn't do it in the past 50 years ago. I don't even remember. I appreciate that, but
wow.
I think this is really well played. It's. I don't even think that's specific. I think that's Riot specific sound, isn't it? Regardless, I muted it. I think I'm really impressed. I want to point out I'm really impressed with Huang Fang's ability. He really did actually. He lost the lane early game, but when he got started, he was able to dish out a lot of damage. And there's not again.
Well, people forget he loses lane only because Sword Art leaves him so much though.
I want to point out. Sofm, again, was forced into a situation where he had to consistently collapse on the bot side because when top lane is losing, if you don't steal that, you obviously lose too much gold going into the hands of the enemy jungler. He was able to transition that, and he was able to get the kills, the gold, and once he found the opportunity to go in, we saw what he did in the top side. He was able to kill Volibear with the extended amount of gold and the extra levels he had on him. I don't want to take away from Gemini. I think he played pretty well. He really did attempt to get his team going. I think at PK... Even though he did play that specific fight really well, where he left his sword on top of Ash, he also played extremely poorly in the laning phase and let Ben get back into it. Shen is one-dimensional. It's really hard to really outplay people because everything is straightforward. It's a linear way to play the game. There's not versatility in his kit. But, I still feel like he got outplayed pretty drastically by Ben. I think that Angel winning the lane made this impossible, though. With him dumpstering the lane how he did.
I feel like Angel winning gave SOFM another, I don't know, how would you say this? An outlet not to be worried about. because Angel actually, I think he was the MVP of the game. Him also winning lane against Mission. Then he went down the bot lane. He was able to help Ben get back into the game. And then all of his Syndra stuns were landing. And then he was also putting out the maximum amount of damage by single target selecting the other squishies on Machi. Also, Gemini played really well this game. It's kind of sad he actually loses this game.
I want to point out, I don't know if I would say, like, again, there's a few things to look at. I think that if we look at the fact that the reason that it was good that he won mid lane is because if mid lane had won also, they could have translated instantaneously into a 1-3-1 and been able to win around the map with that because their comp scales better, and if you're ahead with all these characters, there's not much they can do to deal with that. But since mid lane lost also, they had to keep looking for more skirmishes, more fights in the mid lane. I don't know what this is, but okay, that's a league thing.
So if he's gonna get punished at some point.
Well, no. The reason that they weren't able to, again, look at it like this: PK might actually be the MVP of this game, even with how often he got killed, because he was able to generate so much pressure. He was able to do all of this while also forcing the top lane, or like forcing the jungler constantly up top side. Like he generated so much pressure. His TPs were better. He was in fights better. He got into the backline really well. Like again, Angel was able to get on, like Angel got himself into a situation where he was able to get a lot of priority stuns. Actually, when they were trying to collapse on bot lane, his ability to stun the two people chasing Jax inside the bot lane kept him from not dying. Swordart was, again, he had moderately decent ults this game. I think it's hard for me to pick out an MVP. If I had to pick one, it might actually be Sofm. But I mean, there's a lot of people you could put on top of that, because Sofm, again, even without him having any impact early game, he really made Nidalee look like it was a late game hyper carry, because he was able to dish out so much damage inside of the fights. He always, instead of just kind of chucking spears and then healing the ADC, he always went in on them. He always went in on the late game, got him killed, and then got out somehow. Who does that? Who does that on Nidalee in the late game? Or mid game, sorry. I think all around, like, Suning, even when they're playing poorly, is still a team that I can pretty much compete with anybody else.
Yeah, they're still an elite level team. Yeah. Like Sofm, he is so good. That Nidalee topside dive, 1v1 kill, then escaping. Fog. Like, how do you fix that guy? Like, I think, like, if he plays against other better teams and he does, like, what he did this game where he kind of was irrelevant to a certain point, he's going to get punished for that, but depends on who you're facing at that point.
Again, there's a lot of strengths in these Vietnamese teams. I really did enjoy PK, like, in specific situations. Like, it's just laning phase specific wise, he played poorly. I did like the play he made in the bot side with Ashe, but I think if you want to see a world where, like, Gemini gets rewarded for the stuff he does, he needs a better team around him. And it's really, I think at this point in time, you can't really, like, I haven't seen too many good everythings out of Vietnam. I think the good mid laner that was in group stages, they could make a super team that could 100% compete at Worlds. But if they ever, like, it just seems like, I don't know. It's kind of weird to me, but it's hard for me to say that I 100% think they're going to be doing that, because it doesn't seem like they have one good
potentially. If they play like this, they're potentially making top 4. They should be making top 4, depending on their opponent next round. I still think they'll get out of the group at first place.
No, I think they're going to get first place, actually, because they even the weaknesses they showed, I think that G2 showed the same weaknesses, but showed the, even with Suning being at a weaker stage in the game, they were still able to generate a lot of, like, they were still able to be a threat. Where so as, like, teams like Team Liquid can't do that once they're behind. Teams like G2, when they fall behind, get worried and make proactive plays that end up losing and expediting their loss. Like, I think Suning is the best team to play from behind out of this entire group. Everybody else is kind of weak. I mean, even Machi was kind of not even really doing anything with their lead. So, I mean, all around,
he flashed his Snake Gaming icon.
I love SOFM, dude. All around, I think this is going to be the most, like, we're going to have to see what, depending on how this game goes for TSM and TSM today, I think this is probably going to show that this is the most competitive group in the tournament, because I think unless TSM can pull it around, I don't think there's that much competition for second place. There's not. No, I was talking about there's not much competition for second place because of what's it called? Like, I'm not really believing too much in TSM, and I think that LGD will probably start falling apart soon enough. I mean, really depends. Really depends. If they can win against TSM, they're probably going to win they're probably gonna do well against Fnatic too, because they did moderately well against Genji. I mean, they already won. They already beat Genji, whatever. I'm Fnatic, but again, I think if they win against TSM, they can 100%. They're probably going to be the favorites to win. I mean, do well in the group. Like they're probably going to get second place.
The thing with Suning is that this is my thing is that if you have a top laner like Ben who is susceptible to getting beaten like that early on because he plays too disrespectfully, I actually think if you play up against that type of player in a best of 5, you can punish that a lot more effectively. But in a best of 1, it won't really matter because not only did their comp effectively activate towards 20 minutes, SOFM and Angel were able to push the team towards finally getting their comp online. Because just imagine, like, if Mission wins his 1v1 against Syndra, he's able to either go bot and affect it, because Mission actually had some pretty good ultimates this game. So it's actually crazy that SOFM was kind of irrelevant early on, and against another team, that's not going to be too good. But, I mean, it was fine, obviously, for this game. Because I think Machi showed all of their cards, honestly. Like, I'm not too hyped on them. I didn't even really think their win against TL was super impressive. I think it was off the back of Gemini and Mission doing very cheeky things. I also think it was off the back end of Team Liquid just drafting disrespectfully like G2 did against them today. I also think that Suning, they played a really close game against G2. They theoretically should be like 3-0 in the group, but G2 played a really good game against them. But right now, if Suning beat G2 in their rematch, they'll be 3-1. And then if they beat Machi or Team Liquid based on their schedule coming up on Thursday, they're primed to get out in first place. Like I predicted, this is a sleeper team that I had a lot of hopes for going into the World Championship.
I mean, again,
but yeah, we got to go to bed if we want to be up for the TSM game.
I'm probably staying up the rest of the night, but you like that.
I need to crash for the TSM game. I only really need just like an hour of nap, and I'll be pretty much good.
Honestly, text me if you're making it to it. I'm gonna be watching the next game. Give me a heads up when you wake up.
Yeah, I'm gonna set my timer right now for So what's the next game? So the next game it's the Unicorns of Love group, right?
This is Dragon X versus Unicorns, I think.
Versus Unicorns of Love. All right, so yeah, I want to be up for Genji's group because I like Genji.
All right, have a good night.
Let me set my.
Hi there, guys! Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more stuff.
Yeah, thank you.